Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Faith, and I'm continuing the essay reading series. Yes, if you don't know, you know now. I've been reading my Chevening essays. I read my leadership essay in the last video, and I'm going to be reading my networking essay, except from the essay in this video. I'm also going to be sharing my thought process, how I wrote the essay, what I was thinking about when I was writing the essay, and basically just my process, so that can really help you. I understand that when you're explaining how to do these things, many people don't get it because there's no like physical example for them to see. And so I decided that, you know what, this year I'm going to be reading some excerpt of my essay so we can help you guys that are applying. Okay. Also, my essays are up for download, so you can just check the link in my description if you want to read my winning Chevening essay samples, the exact essays that I submitted for the scholarship. Just check the link in my bio and you can read them. But let's go into reading the essays. Okay, so networking. Firstly, what does this question want? Before I even go into what I wrote, what does this question want? Because I feel like many people don't even understand the Chevening networking essay. By the way, subscribe to my channel before I go forward. I have over 100 videos on the Chevening scholarship. Over 100 people have won a scholarship on this channel. Subscribe so that you can watch as many videos that can help you. I want to interview you on this channel, okay? So please subscribe. But anyway, so what is the networking essay about? So basically, the networking essay, many people think that it's about knowing somebody. So I know this person, I've built a relationship with this person, I'm friends with this person, we've bonded. No, I've been reading a lot of essays, and so many essays I've reviewed in this application season actually keep making that mistake. So some people will go as far as saying, oh, I met the person, we built a relationship and ended there. No. The Chevening networking essay basically wants to judge you on different things. Number one, how do you network with people? So how do you put yourself in places to network with people? Do you attend events? Do you network online? Do you network at work? Do you network by being a member of bodies? Do you join young people groups and communities? Like, how do you network? Like, what's the first step you take? The second thing is, when you now go to these places, these online or offline spaces, how do you now connect with people? So do you speak to people? Do you talk to them? Now, when you've spoken to somebody, how do you build and maintain that relationship? What are the ways that you maintain the relationship? Do you send them resources? Do you work with them? Do you support them? Do you converse with them? Do you collaborate with them? Like, what are the ways that you use to build these relationships? And then, once you've done all that, what is the benefit of that to your career? So, now that I've built a relationship with this person, how does it benefit my career? How does it benefit the work I do? Okay, that's what's very important, and I'll use my networking essay excerpts to help you to explain that. So basically, I regularly build strong networks via physical events and boot camps for creatives, volunteering opportunities, and online interactions with. So, like I always say on this channel, I said I let you all your essays show them who you are, what you're going for, and let them be able to slightly know what your career plan will be when they are reading your first two essays. At least that's what worked for me. And so in my networking essay, I was still reminding them that I am the person for creatives. I'm the person for creatives. The master's I wanted to study was a master's in creative industries management and enterprise. And so it was important for me to show them that I have been a creative, passionate about creatives. I did carry everything creativity on my head. So I started like this. I established the name of the organization, knowing and focusing on the need for building strong networks that would enable me to achieve my dreams of positively impacting the Nigerian literary space. Thus, I regularly build strong networks via physical events and boot camps for creatives, volunteering opportunities, and online interactions with like minded individuals sharing my vision. In these interactions, I am intently guided by one watch phrase: mutually beneficial collaboration. So basically, I've told them all the different ways that I network with people, the things I do, and my mindset towards it. And then I gave a long example. I don't think I'll be able to read the entire thing, but let's see how far we can go. This approach produced a significant impact of my participation in the 2017 Creative Youth Boot Camp, While in it, I ensured that I stood out as a driven creative and built strong relationships with outstanding members of the camp. Like, I mentioned the names of some of the people. I don't want to mention their names on this video because I don't know if they want me to mention their names in this video. But I built strong relationships with outstanding members of camp. Like, I mentioned three people's names, whom I envisioned in diverse capacities worthy of collaboration. So, I have maintained these relationships by sharing opportunities, being actively involved in their projects, and providing professional help in diverse ways. I also built a relationship with Mrs. Martins, the director of the Unicorn Youth Center used for the boot camp, with a view to using the venue in the future. To strengthen this relationship further, basically, let me just explain this example so that it gives clarity and I'll walk you guys through how I was able to do it. So the point is, I first gave that first preamble that you guys saw, and then the next thing I now did was talking about what's the word now? One a good example of this is while in this creative youth boot camp, I ensured that I stood out as a creative, so I made myself visible. I did a lot of things. I made myself visible. Then I networked with three specific people in that camp that I identified. I mentioned their names. Also, the owner of the center, so the woman that provided the location that we used for that camp to the organizers, I built a relationship with her. I talked about how I maintain relationship with these people, which I just read, sharing opportunities, and also how I built a relationship with the woman by supporting the activities of the center, promoting it, doing a lot of things. Eventually, all of this accumulated in the success of the first edition of African Writers Meet, which was at a conference for young African writers. I talked about how the people that were on the planning committee for that event were these people, these three people, as long as were these three people and some other people. The location was given to me by the woman. This event went on to impact so many writers. So basically, all these efforts yielded results in mini projects, but majorly in the circles of the African Writers Meet 2017 and 2018. The planning committee is made up of these outstanding members of camp, and the Unicorn Youth Center was given to me for free by the Lagos State Ministry, thanks to Mrs. Martins. I talked about the impact that the events had, the amount of people that were impacted, so the attendees. So I said the attendees left the event with a clear roadmap for turning writing into an enterprise. And about 10% are already facilitating workshops from personal testimonies. And then that's the structure I use for all my other examples. Now remember what I said. The networking essay needs to show one, how you network. So what are the strategies that you use to network? For me, my strategies were events, boot camps, online, offline, right? Now that's how I meet people, and that was the first thing I said. What is my mindset to networking? Mutually beneficial collaboration. Now, what is a good example of this? I participated in this boot camp. I met three people. I networked with them. How did I network? I stood out as an outstanding member of camp. I built relationships with them, and I started supporting their works. I also networked with the owner of the venue that I used in a camp I attended. Though I was an attendee, but I networked with the owner of the venue, and I mentioned her name. And through this woman, I was able to get the venue from the Lagos State Ministry for free. And then I did not just end it there. I talked about the impact that it had. So when you want to give a networking example, number one, talk about the beginning. What was the networking? Was it online platform? Was it events? Was it being a member? Was it at work? Who did you meet? What is the name of the person or the people? Always name drop in your networking essay. Now, how did you build relationships with these people? That's the next thing. Talk about how you were able to build relationships. Number four, what was the benefit of this relationship that you built? How did they help you? That's what I always say. Even when I drop comments on people's essays, how did these people help you? Right? And then now that they helped you, they did not help you to get a job. Like I said, oh, Mrs. Martins helped me to get a job. This person helped me to win an award. No, the examples that you give of them helping you has to be them helping you to have more impact. They want leaders. Who is a leader? A leader is someone that touches the lives of other people. A leader is someone that is selfless. A leader is someone that does not think only about themselves. A leader is somebody that thinks about other people. So even when you're networking, you're not networking for just career advancement, even though people do that obviously. But for the purpose of the Chevening essay, you want to say that you're networking because you want to have more impact. You're networking because networking will give you the opportunity for you to do more things, and you give example of how that has worked, right? So yeah, that's like so key. And then after this example, I give another example of my online networking relationship. I also gave an example of how I met people. I gave example of how I network with somebody online. I also gave an example of how I network with somebody who booked my services. So I network with a client to do some school tours and stuff. I talk about how I met somebody online on Instagram and we're able to build something beautiful together. So the point is, think about examples, networking examples that it's not really about who the person is. It's really about what you were able to do with them and the impact and how you're able to build the network that you built with them. Then I ended it with both online and offline. I aim to network with Chevening scholars, alumni, and UK-based platforms across all sectors, but specifically people in my sector, because in the end I cannot network with everybody. I am strategic, I am thoughtful. So that's something that you also need to pay attention to. If you want to read the full essay, because I know that some people prefer to read things instead of like listen to them read like in audio form, I have my essays up for download. Check the link in my description and you'll be able to get the essays to read. Also, if you've written your essay and you want someone to review them, you can book an essay review with me. Just check also the link in the description as well. Please don't send me an email because people have been sending me emails. Only send me an email if maybe you have an issue with accessing the service, or let's say you were supposed to be redirected to a link and maybe the link did not work. Definitely send me an email for that purpose, because I want to ensure that you're able to access everything that is shared with you. Okay, I am rooting for you. Good luck. Keep applying, keep putting in the work. There are over 100 videos on Chevening with scholars, with different people. You have everything you need to write fantastic essays. And I hope that this video has given you the clarity that you're looking for. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.